Kids next door.
Poppin' yo, it's your boy Zane Capital. Just a young bro bird from the hood just trying to make it in the trading. Wasting any time, man. This is just the market. This is just the market update, right? We did analyze the US30 and the NASDAQ, and the DX. So we started with the DXY. If you didn't watch that video, go back and watch that video. It's written market breakdown. I'm going to upload that every Sunday, if not every Monday. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell, so that you do not miss any market breakdown. So yeah, man, this is just my road to consistency. And I just wanted to invite you into my road to consistency. I just wanted to invite you in, and yeah, man, and let's take this journey together. So ever since the market crashed, the market has been really funny, right? It has been moving really funny. I think I tell everyone that there is no wrong or right strategy. There is no right or wrong strategy. So the reason that you took an L in that market is because the people who see the market the way you see it are not yet into the market, right? Remember that the market moves in volumes, right? So for bullish movement to take place, there must be bears, and for bear markets to take place, there must be bullish, right? There must be bullers. So it's there's no right or wrong strategy. It's just not your time yet. Doesn't make sense. So that your strategy doesn't work on that market condition. So you just have to wait, right? For example, in this area, we took L's. I don't want to lie. From here to here, we took L's. I don't want to lie. And then the market started advancing towards the upside, right? And then advanced towards the upside, and then crashed. And then violated this low right there, right? That low right there. And then that was like, that's my market condition right now, So after that, that's when I started reacting to the NASDAQ, right? That's basically when I started to reacting to the NASDAQ. That's why patience is key in this game, man. So the market advanced towards the upside and then came back down, gave me a change in order flow towards the downside, right? The market, whether you call it change of character, change of order flow, whatever, right? So the market gave me a change in order flow, meaning that it is telling me that it is now ready, or an end to that bullish movement has come to an end. Now it is looking to take bearish movements to the downside. Doesn't make sense. Now it is waiting to take bearish movements to the downside. So from there, I highlighted my point of interest, which was from this area right there. I think it was on a higher time frame, which was from this area right there to that part that is resting upon that area right there, right? And then immediately after the market came back, tapped into this area right there, that's when I took my bearish movements to that's where I took my bearish trades to the downside, right? That's why I took my bearish trades to the downside. Basically tapped into that area right there, which is my supply, right? And then immediately after it tapped into that area right there, the market just started flushing to the downside, right? And as the market created newly formed lows, it now advanced towards the upside, right? This is just market review, man. If you didn't see the last video, it's literally on the last video that I uploaded. So if you want to go there and check the entire breakdown, you can go to that video. Right now I'm just stepping over, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like climbing on top and stuff like that, right? So I just want to show you how the market has been moving. So the market came down, advanced towards the upside, came down and then liquidated this high, right? It liquidated that high right there, and then from there we can safely say that this is a change in order flow towards the upside, or a sweep in liquidity, right? We had a change in order flow towards the upside, or a sweep in liquidity, and then the market advanced towards the upside and then dropped. As it dropped, it created equal highs there, right? It created equal highs right there, right? Created equal highs right there, right? Now that already automatically told me that we are going up. We are definitely going up, right? So as the market started moving towards the downside, that's when I went to a much more lower time frame so that I'm able to see my POI or look for my POI and stuff like that. And then I went to the 15-minute, right? And then I went to the 15-minute, and guess what? On the 15-minute, I saw this beautiful OB that was resting upon that area right there. This was an alert that took place, right? Then I highlighted this OB that was resting upon that area right there, right? I enter, and then that's my point of interest, which was my demand. And if, as you can see, be above that OB to give me more confluence to my demand, it gave me a nice proper fair value gap, or an imbalance, whatever you call it, right? That was resting upon that area right there. Right, that was resting upon that area right there. So that was to basically validate my strategy, right? So as the market came back down, it tapped into my demand, my POI, right? It tapped into my POI. Since the pips were crazy, Trump is literally enforcing risk management. Trump is literally enforcing risk management to us, dog. And then as the market came back down, it advanced towards the downside, tapped into that, advanced towards the upside, and then crashed, liquidated that, giving us a break of structure on an LLFA, right? And then advanced towards the upside, created another swing low, right, giving us another break of structure towards the downside, and then it went up, violating this high and that high, liquidating this high and that high, right? Automatically that already tells you that now this market has changed in order flow. It is preparing now to look for bullish movements, right? So that became my lower time frame, change in order flow, right? That became my lower time frame change in order flow. Let me lower time frame change in order flow. I changed these things a lot, guys, so that's why. So you are always on the chart, and then see, so that's why I changed colors a lot. And then that became my intraday break of structure to the downside, right? And then after that, after the market advanced towards the upside, creating this entire leg, I wanted this bullish movement, this bullish leg to become mitigated, right? That bullish movement to become mitigated, right? That bullish movement to become mitigated. That bullish movement to become what? To become mitigated. Now, what we do is we highlight your fib from your highest point. What you do is highlight your fib from your highest point or lowest point, right, to where that leg started, right? And then this becomes my 50% range, right? This becomes my 50% range, which is my equilibrium price, right? This is my 50% range, which is my equilibrium price. Now, I am saying, now the strategy says that anything that is below the 50%, the market is in discounted prices. That's when I want to take trades towards the upside. Now, if the market is above the 50%, which is still in premium, I can't look for bullish movements towards the upside. Why? Because the market is really expensive, right? Because if I were to take trades from here, my stop loss was going to be here, which is a lot of pips, right? So I wait for the market to come into discounted prices so that I might look for bullish movement towards the upside. It doesn't make sense. So in that case, I now highlight my OB, which was that area right there, right? Which is that area right there. So that became my OB to the upside, right? That became my OB to the upside. The market came back down, mitigated, and tapped into my OB. That's when we took our bias to the upside. That's where we took our bias to the upside, right? That's where we took our bias to the upside, with our take profit being this area here, right? That was my take profit right there, right? So we killed a lot of pips, right? We killed a lot of pips. Yeah, that was like a 1:8, a 1:10 risk ratio reward. It was really crazy. It was a really crazy trade, right? And that's basically where we took our trades, right? We took our trades, and then we left with a few pips. We left with a few pips, right? And then the market advanced towards the upside. So initially, now this was already my POI. This entire thing right here was initially my POI. Why? Because the market moves in perfect trends, right? If you want mentorship, or if you want if you want assistance in forex trade, or if you like my strategy or the way I break down the market, man, just hit me up, or I will leave the link to my Instagram on the description. Just send me a DM, and then we'll chop it up, man. We'll chop it up from there. But yeah, so basically the market advanced towards the upside, right? Tapped into the supply, tapped into the supply or the OB, right? Immediately after tapping into that area right there, the market gave me resistance. The market gave me resistance right here. Deceleration of the market. The market decelerated, showing signs of weakness, and then from there I took my sells to the downside, and that's the trade that we are currently in, right? That's the trade that we are currently in. I am aiming for this area right there, but with possibility of it crashing even lower, right? It might actually crash lower. It might actually trade lower. But yeah, I took this sells towards the downside.
Yep. So we took this buys. Took this buys from here until that level right there. You know what I'm saying? And then we counted because I saw like an order block that is resting upon that area right there. Peep it. Then immediately after that, we got like a nice sniper entry on the NASDAQ. I'm saying headshot, you know. So I was busy trying to trap my profits right there properly, you know. So we're moving. So now we're running about $2,000 right there. So it's a nice setup. All right. So yeah, man, let's break down the market real quick. I'm seeing bullish movements, but it might drop. But yeah, man,
weakness. This entire thing, that's just weakness. So the market, that's just weakness. Just that is just weakness. That's just liquidity that is resting upon that area right there. So we might look for more bearish movements around this area right there. We might look for more bearish movements. So yeah, we might take second trades around that area right there. So we'll see. We'll definitely see, because this literally is just weakness. Market advanced towards the downside. This is just a retracement of this impulse. So the market impulsed and then corrected. So after here, the market might impulse again, right? So the market might also impulse again. So we'll basically see how the market behaves from here. So you might take sells to the downside, and it might actually crash, because this might also be liquidity. This entire thing might also be liquidity that is resting upon that area right there. So the market might actually just flash that area right there, right? Because as the market was advancing towards the upside, this also was liquidity. So it swept that entire liquidity to the downside, right? And zeroing out every bullish movements that was resting upon that area right there. So it was a very beautiful trade, no lie, right? So it was a very beautiful trade, no lie, right? So immediately after that, the market just flashed towards the downside, zeroing out everyone that was here, right? And then advanced towards the upside, tapped into our POI, which is that area right there, gave us an LRA, a low risk approach, right? Tapping, giving us another change in order flow towards the upside, mitigating this impulse move to the OB, and then advanced towards the upside, right? And then from there, the market tapped into our POI, and then that's where we took ourselves, and then the market just flashed towards the downside. And right now, I am seeing more bearish movements to the downside. So we might take more trades to the downside. I might upload it. You know what I'm saying? I might upload myself taking those trades. to the downside, you know, just like 34 trades to the downside. So we will see basically. We will see. Yeah, definitely clean, right? So we will see. So that was basically the NASDAQ. Let's go to the US30 real quick. US30 breakdown, we didn't take this sells. I was looking to take those sells, but I didn't take this sells. I also didn't take this bullish movements, but we did break it down. I did take these sells. I did take these sells though. So same thing as the NASDAQ, right? The market gave us an impulse move, corrected, respected this POI, this high right there, right? And then immediately after respecting that high right there, the market advanced towards the upside, right? Liquidating this low, giving me a change in order flow to the downside, right? The market then mitigated to the upside, tapping into the 50% of my my POI. That is one of my entry models. Immediately after the market taps into the 50%, I drop with that market. Tapped into that, we took those sales, and then the market advanced towards the downside. This was our take profit, because this is where we were anticipating the market might actually start advancing to the upside. So that's why my take profit was here, right? When you zoom in and look onto your left, I think there was a what you call, let's do it for our yes, this area right here, this was the area of interest right there, right? This was the area of interest right there, this part right there, that was the area of interest. That was my take profit. That's where I took profits, right? That's basically where I took profits of this area right there. This is where I took my profits. Why? Because I was anticipating the market might just give me a change in order flow to the upside. So I was just playing it safe, but the market continued to dump towards the downside, which was really crazy, right? Which was really crazy. The one that I was so skeptical about was the US30, because it didn't give me a change in order flow to the upside. So I thought now the market was just respecting this high. And continuing its bearish movement, like, right? So immediately after it tapped into that area right there, that's what I thought. I thought the market was advancing towards the upside, tapped into the 50%, and then just dropping further. Now, what gave me confidence was this change in order flow on the LRA, right? Gave me like on a lower time frame, right? That's what gave me confidence of this area right there. Let me just take out this thing just to make this chart much more cleaner. This was a fair value gap. This was a daily fair value gap. This is a daily fair value gap. This yellow thing is a daily fair value gap. So when you can go back to that analysis, you're gonna see that we analyzed the market while it was still here, and then we said that this fair value gap has to be filled. This fair value gap has to be filled, right? And then so the market went into that fair value gap, tapped into that fair value gap, and that's how we took that was like our main reason for taking those bullish movements to the upside. So as the market flashed towards the downside, it gave us an impulse movement towards the downside, corrected, impulse moved towards the downside, corrected, impulse moved towards the downside. So clearly here the market was bearish, right? Clearly here the market was bearish. The market was bearish here, right? As it was bearish, it advanced towards the upside, liquidating the previous highs, giving us a change in order flow on a lower time frame, right? And then immediately after that, the market then came to my OB, which was this area right there of interest, tapped into my 50%, and then advanced towards the upside, right? This was my first TP. I thought the market is gonna come back down, tap into this area right there, and then advance towards the upside. So I took some partial profits here because I really thought the market might tap into this area right there, right? But we're learning every day. So I thought that the market might tap into this area right there of interest right there, and then after that the market might come back and then advance towards the upside, but it didn't. There was liquidity. There was too much liquidity that allowed it to advance towards the upside, right? If you are a trendline trader, you would have also took this trade because it was a wedge arising towards the upside, and then the market broke towards the upside, and then it advanced towards the upside, right? Tapped into this area right there of POI. This is where I thought the market might actually, it did react. I thought the market might continue advancing towards the upside after it tapped into this area right there, but it didn't. It actually flushed towards the downside. So I think that's why I didn't take the sales to the downside. But yeah, it really played out really well, right? And then we can see like a similar pattern also forming on the US30, similar as the as the NASDAQ, right? We can see that the market here just gave us liquidity, is giving us liquidity. That entire thing, that is just weakness, right? That is just weakness. You can see that the market is also losing momentum, right? This is higher, this is lower, so already is giving you higher highs and lower lows and lower highs, right? From there we can say that this is also a intraday change in order flow to the downside, right? That this is me literally just giving you confluence that this market is going down, and then it tapped into your supply. So right now the market might actually just dump from here, advancing towards the downside. So you can put your stop loss around this area right there, or to be safe you can put it here on that swing high right there and then just allow this market to drop like crazy. Just allow this market to drop like crazy. Yo, I traded on the micro account on is it Vault Markets? I'm not an IB, guys. I'm not even encouraging you to use that broker. I don't care, right? It was crazy. It was trading like it was standard. Like how the market is moving since this Trump thing is crazy, man. Trump is killing us. Trump is enforcing risk management to us. Literally, there was a time whereby one could literally move 50 rands to 1,000 rands, or 50 rands to like 800 rands, like literally on a micro account. I'll post screenshots. Let me post screenshots here. Do you see that? Like I could literally move 50 rands to like 800 rands. And it was crazy. It was nothing. Now I can't do that. 50 rand is nothing. Like literally 50 rand is nothing. Like this, it's nothing. Literally, it's nothing. I cannot trade 250 pips with 50 rands. I can't. Right? I can't, right? Because I love small accounts. It keeps me groomed. It's really, really dope. It's really, really dope. So yeah, man, that was it for the market breakdown. So yeah, man, just let's meet up same time, same place. I think I might post on Sunday or I might post Sunday or Monday, depending on the market conditions, right? But yeah, man, just comment below what pairs do you guys want me to include. I might also include gold if you guys are interested in that. If you need help, if you want to reach out, man, hit me up on Instagram. I might also put the Discord link, my Discord link on the description. Yeah, man, just hit me up on Instagram. I might also put my TikTok link also on Instagram or on the description below. But yeah, just like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, let's continue growing, man. The road to consistency. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. Ask yourself, what will happen if you do not give up, man? What will definitely happen if you do not give up? That's what I want to figure out. That's what I want to see happening. Here's another confluence. The market is literally giving us swing lows and swing highs, right? So that is probably maybe a break of structure towards the downside. So the market is giving us swing lows, swing highs. So it is going down, right? And then this might just be a weak low. This just might be a weak low. So let's just highlight that as liquidity. 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 So yeah, man, until next time, Zane Capital signing out.